Okay, so I guess this is good enough lighting. I really have no clue. Because I just went ahead and got the lamp from one of my other bedrooms to go ahead and put in here to improve the lighting because the last video had poor lighting. Could be doing it in Nasdaq other bedroom, but I'm like, no, this is the studio room. Let me go ahead and, angle it and just try to film it here since I'm already hanging out in here for now. Been hanging out here since the basketball game, since the YMCA basketball game. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, much love and respect to everybody out there, always and forever. By the way, yes, music studio. Only difference is it's still in construction. And if you didn't hear me correctly, I said it's still in construction. So, eventually, as the year goes by or months go by, I'm gonna, get a drum set, get keyboard, get a guitar, all that stuff. But this is the room that I'm gonna turn into a music studio for my 2020 come up because I love making music through GarageBand, but I can assure you that there's only so many beats with so many different patterns, so many different layers, so many different, everything that I can make. Eventually, I'm gonna have to, because I've already used some of these beats like 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I know that my music can be the same sound quality overall. I mean, it has good sound quality now, but I know in order to get better at the sound quality, in order to get better at some of these beats, and so on and so on, I know I'm gonna need to expand. I'm gonna need to grow into a different platform, into a different, computer system, into a different software, into a different setting with different equipment. More professional. It's like GarageBand is good, and I'm still gonna use that for the time being. But over time to again be more professional with my 2020 come up, I'm definitely gonna be building a studio in here, sound studio in here, music studio in here. So I want to say Dunce, the nickname, NJ to the City's music studio. That's what this is gonna be. This room is gonna be titled. So on. But the real reason why I'm making this video is let everybody know, more so the fact being that Self-Made Stress is a song that I wrote. I think I recorded it, but I'm yet to release. The self-made stress part has a lot to do with the fact being, ladies and gentlemen, 99.9% of my life every day, I love myself. But there's that 1% at times, dare I say, due to some type of mental disorder that I might have, there's that 1% where it's like the self-made stress part creeps in and I'm just forcing myself to try to hate myself for one or two reasons. And what that also equivalates to is like, for all my friends that are seniors at Nease High School, and more so the class of 19 and class of 2020, I'm thinking to myself like, I want to be there so bad to hang out with so many of you before you go off to college and, so on. And I mean, in terms of like, some of you are going to stay around locally, in the state of Florida, but some of you, if not a lot of you, might go out of town. And a part of me feels like, by that time I should have more than enough money to where I can visit you, once or twice a month, or, once or, 2 times every, I don't know how many months, because I got a lot of work here still in this area that I want to do, still in Knockety, Jacksonville, Ponte Vedra, so on and so on. So it's self-made stress, because I know that when a time comes in the future, I know that I'm going to have all the time. I know I'm going to have the money, I'm going to have the time, I'm going to have the resources to spend, forever with you. But it's the self-made stress of wanting to spend more time with you while you're still in high school, while you're still at Nease. And because at times I'm not living up to that because of whatever reason, that self-made stress that's on my noggin of like, okay, what to do now, or okay, if you miss, because again, I'm studying these schedules. I'm looking on Max Press. I'm studying all these schedules from multiple different schools, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I can't go to that game, can't go to this game, gotta go to that game, so on and so on. Trying to balance all the time, the money and the support, and Nease will always be forever number one to me, number one for me in my heart, living on in my soul. And it's just the fact being that I keep thinking to myself over and over and over again, it's like, how far can we go with certain things? Actually, no, that's not it. I just said that to say it. It's to say, when will I make up this time that I'm losing with you all? Because the basketball season is, at least for high school, is almost over, towards the end of this month. And that can be a good thing, that can be a bad thing. But for the Nease boys basketball, I think it's kind of a bad thing, because I kind of played off some of your, I guess December games. I kind of played some of those off as like, yeah, I'll get this time, and in the next how many weeks. I kind of played it off as like, basketball takes care of itself, so on, so on, so on. And I'm just thinking, and everybody in these knows I love them. They know who I am. They know, they believe in me. I believe in them. My alma mater graduated there in the class of 2018. So I can assure you that I got nothing to lose. It's self-made stress. And it's self-made stress because I just really want to, take advantage of all, dare I say, some of this lost time, since I'm not there as a school student anymore, since I graduated. I'm trying to catch up some of that lost time. I'm trying to catch up with some of that lost time with you all, during these sporting events or after school or on weekends. And it's just self-made stress, because I'm thinking to myself, when, how, where, and it's self-made stress. And it's self-made stress with that 1% of my mental health. That self-made stress is, trying to it's trying to push me towards self-hatred to an extent. And it's like, and then I think to myself, why? I think to myself, why? I mean, I love myself. I write all this amazing music. I record these amazing sounds. I go out in public and people absolutely shower me with God's love. Why am I trying to, forcify or forcibly hate myself a little bit for a minute? And that's really what it is. It's like due to the self-stress, I'm trying to forcify, self-hatred on myself for a good minute, or for a few minutes. And it's like, and I'm just, and it's like that battle. It's like, why am I trying to force that on myself when I know I'm a good guy? I know I do a lot of good things. I'm real. I do, and so on and so on. But it's a blessing at the same time, because it, for me, it moves me towards my testimony of, of making a mental health awareness album, because I can assure you I'm gonna make a mental health awareness album, because this self-made stress is, did I say, it's BS. This self-made stress of mine is BS. That 1% of the chart that I mentioned earlier, of the 99.9% of self-love that I have for myself, that 1% stands for BS, because because through the self-made stress, it's me forcibly trying to hate myself for a hot minute, because I can't be here, or I want to be here and I'm not going to be there for whatever, it's like, and that, it's hard to explain, but that's what it is. And I can assure you that it's BS. The self-made stress for me, it's BS. It really is, because I know this, and I believe in myself, and I have faith that, Nate, by that time in the summertime, or by May or whatever time of this year, you're going to have so much money, you're going to be able to go, out of the state for how many weeks at a time and hang out with this friend that's in college, or go to this college, or go to this hangout, or whatever the case might be. And that's why I'm thinking to myself, like, why am I trying to force myself, to hate myself for 1 minute, when I overall love myself, and I really have no real reasons to hate myself. I'm a good guy, I do good things, and people appreciate me, but I overall thank God for this self-made stress, because it makes up for some good music and a good mental health awareness album. By the way, let me stop dancing around it. God bless NF with that song titled Hate Myself, and that line in his song titled Leave Me Alone, where he said, leave him on the ground next to my self-hatred. Because it's because of those songs that I'm, my self-made stress is inspiring me to try to hate myself for 1 good minute, when in actuality, I'm surrounded by love, when I'm out there amongst the people, out there in my kingdom of Nease High School, and people just absolutely, we care, we want each other to succeed. And it's a God-first utopia of, peace, prosperity, understanding, and dare I say chapel, and so on. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but thank you all for listening, watching, and subscribing. This is me, your boy, the man, NJ to the city, just explaining some of my self-made stress and mental health awareness, because I will make a mental health awareness album. And so on and so on. So peace. Until then.